Hello everyone and welcome to New Beginnings, my everyday life in rural Cyprus. How are you doing today and what are you doing? What are you doing today? Let me know in the comments below and let me know how things are going for you. And we have straight away in the comments today, we have Sharon. Hello Sharon Jackson. How sweet. Good morning Dawn. Thank you for the notification. No problem there. So here's a big hello to our friend of the channel, Sharon Rowland. And let's start straight away today with our new Monday quote. So let's go visit Quote Corner. Sharon's saying that's mine and Jackson's new YouTube channel. We have 5 videos posted. Yay. I was only saying last live, Sharon, please get a channel going. We can help you if you need help with it. And yet again, somebody has taken up my challenge. Well done, Sharon. How many subscribers you've got? I'll have to go over there and have a look at that then, Sharon. It'd be good to see what you're always talking about. So that's really sweet that you're doing it with Jackson. That's lovely. So guys, go and check out Sharon's channel. So you can see the name in the chat, Sharon and Jackson. Go and subscribe to their new channel. So we can finally see Sharon's stones and rocks and everything she does. And we can finally see Sharon's face. Hopefully you'll be at the front of the camera, not behind the camera all the time. And it's a way, I know a lot of people are quite shy at first doing a YouTube channel, going in front of the camera. But I will tell you this, I haven't seen your videos, so I don't know if you do or not. But if you don't, the minute you step in front of the camera, people feel more of a bond with you and you will see your channel grows quicker than someone who stays behind the channel. So definitely something to bear in mind. So I will definitely go over there. Ooh, you have 142 subscribers. Look at you go. Look at you go. So, yeah, I assume Jackson's there getting all the help that you need. But if you need any more help with what to do on your channel and how to do things, you know where to come. So excellent news. Okay, let's start today with this topic. So we're currently looking at one of my bird books, and today we're going to look at the gold crest. Do you know what a gold crest looks like? This is a gold crest. That is a gold crest. There he is. So this is saying the gold crest is part of the warbler family, a length of 9 centimetres, which is 3.5 inches. And it says, there are records of the golden crest, the smallest European bird, being trapped even in spiders' webs. You may mistake gold crests for tits, whose flocks then often join them as they search among foliage for insects and spiders. Once you have learnt the gold crest's distinctive song and call notes, you will immediately recognise its presence in your garden. And it says its voice is the song is a thin twittering, tweety, 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 tweedly dee. The call is a thin see. Not quite like that. And you can identify them with short needle-thin bills for picking up the tiniest of insects. The olive green above the wing bars, there are 2 pale coloured stripes on each wing. Characteristic crest. The crest is yellow, bordered with black. Males display by spreading their crests, which are partly orange. Juveniles lack the coloured crest. And you can see that there, hopefully. See that there. Feeding. The goldcrest eats all kinds of spiders and insects, especially flies, so definitely a good bird to have. It eats aphids and beetles and their larvae, but it occasionally takes larger types of insects, such as adult moths. On the bird table, put out crumbs, fat, and grated cheese are eaten. There seem to be a lot of birds that eat grated cheese. Why would they naturally eat cheese? Especially in bad weather. Shelter. By hunting under the dense foliage of evergreens, goldcrest can continue to find food even after a heavy snowfall. Nesting. Planting cypress, larch or other conifers will encourage goldcrests to nest, but they use ivy and gorse. At the start of the breeding season, the males display by spreading their crest. You can easily overlook the goldcrest, not so much because of its small size, but because it lives amongst the leaves. The nest, mostly built by the female, is slung underneath the foliage near the end of a branch. It's made of moss and lichen, held together with suspended with spiders' webs. Nesting information: April to July, 2 broods, 7 to 10 brown, spotted, white or buff eggs, 14 to 17 days incubation, female, 16 to 21 days fledging, and time until independent, unknown. So there's another bird in our bird book. And tell me what birds you have most in your garden. Sharon saying her channel, it's just Jackson mostly. Laugh out loud. I tell you what, then he should do an interview with Auntie Sharon. That's what he should do. Start off an interview with Auntie Sharon, and he can write the questions, things viewers would want to know. Gorgeous bird. Yes, very pretty, isn't it? Very pretty little bird. Okay, let's move on. Let's go on and do this. Oh dear, I've just pulled out, I've just pulled the marker out from the page I was going to do. Because I do have to veto some of these. Just make sure I vet them to make sure they're okay. And now I've completely lost the page. I'll know it when I see it. I'll know it when I see it. Well, I'm just doing that. Let's have a little interlude, because as I say, I do have to make sure they're appropriate. So let's have a little interlude while I flick through my book. So I hope you enjoyed those sunsets. I have some emergency interludes. You never know what's going to happen during a live. So if you do lives, always have just a little something on hand for emergencies. Okay, yes. So let's continue then with this. Okay, so I have two for you. And the first one, these are from after dinner speeches. So the first one is this. The late Lord Stopford, when Vice-Chancellor of Manchester University, was once asked by the secretary of the local Rotary Club if he would nominate one of his professors to give an after-luncheon talk. Stopford agreed to do so, but asked for suggestions about a preferred topic, as this would help him make a selection. The secretary stated the subject was unimportant, provided the speaker was witty. The Vice-Chancellor replied he had no wits amongst his professors, but he could only supply 2 half-wits. And the second one, a very short one. One woman talking to another. I always take 2 hot water bottles to bed with me, in case one leaks. So that was a little bit of fun there. Did you like those? Okay, moving on. Okay, today we're going to talk about cleaning metals. Cleaning metals. I think these are all brass. Yes, these are brass tips for cleaning brass. I've done copper before, cleaning copper. If you want to know more about that, I've got a whole video on that, cleaning copper. Okay, so the first one, I have 3 for you. First one. Choose a dry day and polish outdoor brass such as locks and letterboxes until gleaming. Then apply a thin coat of colourless or clear nail varnish. Number 2. When lacquered brass is looking shabby, remove the lacquer by rubbing with a cloth moistened in methylated spirits. Rinse with warm water, dry and clean with metal polish. Wipe with spirit before applying more lacquer. And that's not alcohol, because that would be a waste. And number 3, polish brass with olive oil on a soft duster. Then rinse off with water and washing up liquid. Polish with a clean duster. So there are 3 tips there on how you can clean brass. Okay, let's move along now, and I'm promoting a video or a set of videos, a playlist of videos on my other channel, Tranquility Through Life's Natural Beauty. But you can also see different of the same content subject on my community playlist on this channel. So check this out. So this is my other channel. If you haven't discovered it yet, do go over and take a look. Tranquility Through Life's Natural Beauty, where you can find whole playlists of those funny videos like that example there. And it is a channel of, I like to call it, something for everyone. So please do look through the playlist, because there'll be cars, and a lot of people won't be interested in antique cars and things like that. There's a playlist of my Yorkshire Terrier dogs that I had, and that follows them from when I got them as new little puppies all the way through to when they had puppies of their own. There's cat videos, there's horses, all sorts of things there. Cookery, there's recipes. There is so much content there. Lots of fun videos as well. So as I say, it's more important that you go on that channel and look at the playlist and find what sort of thing you're looking for there. So thank you in advance for subscribing over there. I do say a lot that I've got lots of subscribers there, but I'm limited on watch hours because I don't really promote that channel. So basically, just sending people over there. So that's happening on that channel. Sharon saying, Dawn, I like the saying. Oh, because I said comment your sayings. Sharon saying, I like the saying about, oh, don't walk on rocks. You like that sign there? Yes, don't walk on rocks. And these are all genuine signs. These are all genuine signs. So as I say, if you enjoy that, go on this channel's community post, and every few days I put another one up, and they're not the same as the ones you see in the full films on my other channel. So I've got lots of humour. Got lots of humour. Okay, let's go on to this. So last week in this segment, I was talking about when you grow vegetables, a lot of people don't eat the leaves of vegetables. They just discard them. And I'm saying that's quite hilarious, really, when things that grow on top of the ground, like where the leaves grow on carrots and radish and those kind of things, you normally the things that grow out the ground. But people are now throwing those leaves away and eating technically the root, the beetroot, and so on and so forth. So I was talking about, I have got a video, which I'm now going to share with you. I have a video of eating leaves and how you eat the leaves of many things and what else you can do with them. So this video was called how to know when beetroots and carrots are ready to harvest, plus cooking beetroot and beetroot leaves to eat, plus what other vegetable leaves you can eat and how to prepare them. So rather than me blubbering on about it all, I thought it was easier to share the video that we were talking about last week. I said, oh, I've got a video on that. So rather than finding the URL and putting that up and people forgetting to come back and look where that is, that video, I thought I'd share it with you today. So bear with, I'm just going to pull it up and I'll come back to you afterwards. So how do I know when my beetroot are ready? Well, it's the same as carrots. Can you see here? The top of the beetroot is now protruding out of the growing area. And it certainly wasn't like that a couple of days ago. And it wants to be a decent size, not too big, not as big as a golf ball perhaps even, because the taste won't be as good. So this is how you know when carrots, turnips and beetroot are ready to pull. So now we just gently twist them out, and that is a nice size. You don't want them any bigger than this. And did you know you can eat the leaves of these as well? All we do is cut them off from here, and then we literally will take the leaves, take the toughest bits off, roll the leaves all together, one on top of the other, roll them like a big cigarette, and then chop all the way down. And we can eat these like greens. We can stir fry them. They will reduce quite a lot. And you know what else you can eat? You can eat the radish leaves. You can eat carrot leaves. These may be slightly hard at the very base of these green areas, but you can either boil them a little bit or else take the tougher parts out. And did you know you can eat the leaves of the squash too? Always go for the tender, younger leaves in the middle, and then take these from the base, pull them up, just pick them off, and then you just pull back the veins, strip the veins off, and then prepare them in the same way as you do the other leaves I've mentioned. After all, you eat all the roots, why don't you eat the greenage? So just take the veins, just pull the veins off, pull down the stalk veins, strip those away, and just keep stripping till all the veins are removed, right down the stalk as well. And then when you've got a whole lot of them, put them on top of each other, roll the whole lot up, and just chop all the way down there, and then you can use them in stir fry or any other way you wish. So I hope you enjoyed that and you learnt something from it. Do you eat the leaves of any vegetables? And if you say no, I'm pretty sure you do. You eat lettuce, do you not? So yes, most greens you can actually use. Okay, let's move along. And while we're on the theme of gardening, now, I don't watch TV. I watch things on YouTube, but that were on TV, so films and TV series, that kind of things. But it's very rare that I just sit and watch something. I always have the need, and Mike would tell you, I think it annoys him a little bit, that I want to do something else at the same time. My time is precious, but I do like to watch films and things. So if it's something I haven't got to watch, then I do something else. And yesterday I made these. I showed you a little while ago. My friend gave me, I've been using popsicle or lollipop sticks to label this year. But my friend gave me some from a vet tongue depressors, where they hold up. These were from a vet, so they're animals, but humans have them too. So she gave me loads of those. She said, oh, that'd be good for your garden. And of course, because they're that bit bigger than a popsicle stick. So obviously being wooden, they suck up water. So I have been covering them just with sellotape, sticky tape, but I want to make them a bit more permanent. So I've done them with, I had some very old, is it Letra set, like that you rub down letters. I had some spare. Now, if some of the letters look a bit funny, it's because I've barely got any letters left. So I've been making letters out of things that aren't letters anymore. So I've made, these I want to be a bit more permanent because I don't put them in the soil. When I'm growing indoors in my takeaway boxes, I put them underneath, but I still want them to be dry. And what I want to always know is the difference of my zucchini seeds. So I did 4 of these. I've done some other things as well. So that's marrow zucchini. It's a different type of zucchinis. I have promised, haven't got to it yet, but I have promised to do you a video, the difference between squash, courgette, zucchini, marrow, all those things, because I have noticed some people get a bit confused. So these are different types of seeds that I have always, and I just keep resowing them and saving seeds. So I want to know those. I've made some others as well. I've made some for the vertical growing garden, everything that's growing in there, and some for our cookout garden area where our guests stay and our volunteers stay. And that is because those 2 areas, the stuff is sown and grown for our volunteers and anyone who comes and stays here on holiday, like not friends of ours, like people we don't know that book to come and stay here. So I need to label all the things that they can eat. So that's the vertical growing area and what we call the cookout area, which is where they can barbecue and cook there if they want to cook their own meals. And it's important to label things. Particularly, I find people get confused when they see coriander. They sometimes think it's parsley and vice versa. So I've labelled everything. Plus, there might be people come that don't know what certain herbs look like. They might see them just as they come processed in a shop, not how they're growing. So I've labelled all those. So I hope that is some inspiration and creation for you. If you label plants, how do you label what you're growing? Sharon saying definitely yes, absolutely. Definitely eat things. Yes, how do you label things? I try different ways every year. I also use stones, and I've put like, it's not these letters, it's like stick-on letters. I do on stones. I paint all the stones and then do stick-on letters. And I always put clear nail varnish over any lettering, but obviously these are covered. The most amazing thing is I just don't have the time to do it. Shauna, one of my friends on YouTube, she's actually got, you can cut out the plastic from like conditioner bottles or those kind of bottles, but rather than just cut a strip and write on it with a waterproof pen, she's actually, I'll have to try and find the video and put it up for you. She's actually cut out like a stick, and then she's cut out the word of what she's growing, so they will never need redoing. I'll have to try and find that for you. She's actually one of my moderators, so I know she won't mind me sharing her video. I'll have to find it. It's quite an old one. Sharon says, Dawn, I love broccoli. Oh, so do I. I've recently been eating broccoli. Hey, Dawn, have you ever had broccoli casserole? No, I haven't. That's given me like the taste to do that now. What do you put in your broccoli casserole? I like cheese and broccoli. Like you can have cauliflower cheese. It's nice with broccoli. But I love mashed potato, or like potato mashed up with broccoli all chopped up in it as well. And cheese. Oh, so what do you put in your broccoli casserole, Sharon? Ooh. I grow broccoli, and last year I grew broccoli. I can't say broccoli in another word after it. Last year I grew a broccoli farm. I just had beds of broccoli. This year, not so much, because I'm trying to move the broccoli beds. I have built cages around them this year, but where I've built the cages, I don't really want the cages to stay in that area. So I've grown less this year and gradually moving it down to the new area, which wasn't ready to start growing it all. So, yes, broccoli casserole sounds really good. Okay, let's go on to this. So this is where I let you know what I've posted on my other channel, Tranquility Through Life's Natural Beauty. Funny enough, the next thing to be posted there will be another funny signs video. So we've covered that today. But today I posted my Yorkshire Terriers. We were talking about those, weren't we, earlier? So another video, it's actually episode 11 of the life of my Yorkshire Terrier puppies. And this is just a fun one with them running around like crazy little puppies playing. So that's a nice one to watch on your coffee or tea break, definitely. And the one prior to that was I found an extremely long snake skin, so I filmed that. A little bit about some of the snakes here, and some frogs, toads, dragonflies and other creatures in my garden. So that's what's been happening on Tranquility Through Life's Natural Beauty. And then I'm just looking at what I posted here. As I say, today's an editing day and a posting day, and I often get mixed up between what was I editing and what was I posting. So I have my book. So today I posted, oh, this could be of interest to some of you gardeners, how I've been taking cuttings from my new fruit trees and from my herbs, taking cuttings. And it's none of these, you must do this, you must do that, and make sure this and make sure that. That does put a lot of gardeners off, and it's not always necessary. So how I take cuttings from my fruit trees and herbs, plus there's an update on my raised beds and what I've been planting out. So what I've been planting out, and you can see you're a little bit behind. Some people have been watching my videos lately and said, oh, you're so ahead in your gardening. I'm actually even more ahead than you think, because you're behind on videos, because it's that time of year where I'm growing and seeding and planting, and I like to keep my videos quite short. So if I put too much in, then you'd be more up to date, but the video would be so long. And if you're like me, I'd rather watch lots of people's smaller length videos than only have time for one person's video. So I keep mine around 10 minutes, a little bit longer now and then. So that means because I only post 3 times a week, I'm doing more than 3 video length of jobs a week. So you're slowly getting behind. But once all this mad season of sowing and transplanting's over, then the amount of footage I get is obviously less, and that's when you catch up with me again. So that's that. And then the next video which I will be posting will be Wednesday, and that is about my bottle farm. And it's the perfect way to grow if you've got no soil, even no garden or a tiny space or a little veranda, how you can grow so much in such a small space, such a big variety. And it's also very frugal and very good for the environment because I don't use anything. I don't use soil, nothing at all. So it's my bottle farm, and it's my frugal growing idea for starting new seeds. So even if you have bad climate, you can grow early using the bottle farm method. And I do mine a bit different to anyone else out there. So do take a little look at that. That will be coming out on Wednesday. Okay, let's go on to this. So this is the time of year that I look through one of my wildflower books, and we're going to look at April. These are wildflowers that grow in April in Cyprus. Tell me if you have any of these. And 99% of these things are always growing in my garden. So the first one, and I do have a series on some of these in my playlist, Wildflowers of Cyprus, and each episode I focus on one type of wildflower and tell you all about it and what they're used for. Most wildflowers have a use. So this one is the Star of Bethlehem, is that one. These are April in Cyprus wildflowers. Then we have the hound's tongue. We have tons of these. The hound's tongue. There's that. Then we have the dwarf chicory. Now, sadly, they only have a drawing of this one. I don't like books that don't have pictures to go with plants, trees, flowers, vegetables, particularly if it's telling you how to grow something. I want pictures of the stages of how something grows. This one is the common dog violet. Common dog violet. Then we have the onobrichis. Onobrichis. Is that right? Did I say that right? I'll show you it there. Onobrichis. Yes, I think I said that right. There's that. We're still in April, yes. The peony, that is actually a wildflower, a peony. These are only wild flowers. So peony is actually wild. And then we have century knapweed. There. We have wild leek. We have so many of these in the garden, just randomly growing wild. So many of those. Have I done a video on that one? I think I might have done a video about that. Then we have larkspur. Larkspur. Then we have the prickly oxeye. That's very common. There. We have that. This is all April. We have the tassel hyacinth. So many of these popping up. And luckily there's 2 of these actually growing in my hugel beds have just popped up. I must go and get a picture of those actually. They're very pretty. Very pretty. So it's a tassel hyacinth. And then these are so many of. We've got so many thistle looking things that aren't all thistles. And this is champ piece. Percy. Depends where you're from as to how you're going to pronounce some of these, of course. So there. Chama Percy. Is that? I don't know. Don't know how you pronounce that one. Are we still in April? Yes. Then we have the heartwort. These grow very tall. That's not a very clear picture. We have the Italian bug loss, no picture. We have goosegrass cleavers. Oh my gosh, these are what I call sticky buds. If you were at school, they used to get stuck to your, look, I've put sticky bud plants. They get stuck to your socks and your gardening gloves. Oh, so much of that. Then we have rock cress, or the Trudos Acelium, or Alyssum. I have to be careful because I know in different countries, like our normal words, people pronounce differently. We're still in April. One more in April. We have red valerian, pink valerian, and the Lloydia. So we have 2 more. So there, it's very pretty. And there, very pretty. So they are the wildflowers. And then each month I get out my book and see what's the next month growing. Let's go over to the chat. This is Sharon's broccoli casserole. She's saying, put broccoli cheese, little salt and pepper, mayonnaise, cream of mushroom. Oh, I love mushroom. Or cream of chicken soup and eggs. You'll find the recipe on Google too. Sounds lovely. Apart from the fact I can't eat many things anymore. Not with my lupus. But that does sound very nice. Very nice. I'm looking to be making soups this year. Everything I'm growing. And I was looking up, I was like, could you actually make soup with lettuce? And I looked it up. Yes, indeed you can. Because I can grow lettuce like no problem. So I thought, ooh. So I looked that up. Shredded cheddar cheese. It'll make me hungry. I'm going to have to stop and go and have my tea in a minute. What time is it? It's 6:20 at night here. Let's do one more section then today. So let's do this. So I just want to share with you something I've had for a while and haven't used it very much. If you remember these are alphabet. Is there numbers? No, just alphabet, I think, letters. Very pretty. And I have used them. I must do another part of the series on this channel where I use these to make gardening words. So I do like a title page, if you like, with a gardening word on, and then I tell you all about that garden word, what it means, and so on and so forth. And then I'd show another like intro page, if you like, with another gardening word. And I'm doing a whole series going through alphabetically garden words. So if you watch any of those, again, there's a whole playlist, I believe, of those. Can't remember what it's called, but it's gardening words and meanings, gardening words and meanings, something like that. And basically with that, you can tell me how many words you know. So I must make another episode of that. That's why these are out. But also you'll know I've got magnetic boards now where I write what I'm doing on my lives and what videos I need to make. So I thought I'm going to just pretty them up and use some of my pretty letters for things that says like what I need to film, so I could do film, and what I need to edit. And I thought I might just do that. Not that I've got that much free time, but wouldn't that be nice? Just have a pretty board rather than I can't turn you around and show you the scribble and all sorts that's going on there. But these are so pretty. These are so pretty. I really like those. So if you have to make just lists or something, do any of you journal? And I've seen people journal, I don't, when they make pretty drawings and patterns and put stickers around. Lovely. Oh, Sharon's doing her, making me hungry again. Doing its delicious broccoli casserole. That's super. That's absolutely super. Yes, I think I'm going to be going and get my broccoli. I might go and sow some more broccoli. I always tell people, don't just sow and that's it. Keep sowing, a few more, a few weeks or even a month later, sow some more until you find the last lot doesn't grow. You can stretch your growing season. Don't follow those seed packets. Depends where the seed came from. Like here, a lot of our seeds come from Italy, which is Europe, and we're like by Egypt. So the distance of that and the seed telling you, oh, grow now and don't grow now, all the things it says to start growing now, I was growing in the winter, and our seasons are the same as Europe, as in spring is spring, summer's summer, winter's winter, not like Australia where the seasons are on their head. So do keep growing, start a bit earlier, keep going, grow a few more, and see where that takes you. Okay, I'm going to finish there for today. Thank you, Sharon, for being here. Guys, don't forget, go out and check out Sharon and Jackson's channel. I'm going to just quickly pop on there before I go off and get something to eat. So I will be popping on. I won't watch a lot, Sharon. I'll do subscribe and I'll come back later. But thank you all for being here. I truly appreciate it. Go and do something positive with your day. Until next time. Meraki.